I just woke up from a nap. It's Wednesday, January 27th. I just realized I hadn't heard the sound of my own voice in a while. Um, yeah, that's what it sounds like. I hadn't talked for a while. I thought about that today, about the elective mutism, and it's like, yeah, I never had given it or ever thought about it, giving it a term. I just knew that it's something I do, and it makes sense once I heard a term. It's like it just kind of I don't know how long I ever keep up with it though. It's just a pattern that I like to keep to. Um, Obviously, you know, but is it? It's like I'm talking, but I'm only talking to myself. So it's still, I don't know. I still think this is still talking. This is not mutism, even though I'm not talking to anybody and no one can hear me. This is still communicating. So it's not um, mutism, I don't think. It's my way of having a conversation. Um, so anyway, and on waking up from a nap, um, a lot of things are clearer to me um, on waking um, from a nap or sleep. If it's been a restful sleep, there are times when I can have distracted sleep where it's like stuff, uh, noise or other, just not sound, not productive, sleeping productively. Um, but on waking, like this, my mind travels back, and it's like, where are my feelings? Where are my thoughts? And I can think a little bit clearer because I don't have to make decisions when I'm already um, discombobulated, um, frazzled, out of sorts. So, and it's like there's no decision that needs to be made anyway. I just need to check on myself. How am I doing? Where am I? Am I still missing? And yes, I am. I am still missing. Um, I think that's normal. I would be missing too. So, and I think I am. And there's all these meanings. Don't worry about it. Maybe I'll figure something out by then. I don't know. And so I listen to myself a little bit more seriously to see where my thoughts travel and where they go and how my mood has shifted. I think it gets back more to a resting, or it's like no matter how I get pulled this direction or pulled that direction, or or just distractions here, just different frequencies and resonance points, and just little bits of information and thoughts, and just getting, and then it just kind of, I can just be still. For just a little bit, and just let all those vibrations, those excess vibrations and noise and static, just, they're still there. They have dissipated, um, but they're always there, whispering in the ways that they do, just quieted for a little bit. But meanwhile, um, you know, the color of my heart, um, you know, I can see it better, and I can, know it better. And yeah, and it's like I have my worries and my doubts, but I know where I'm at, so that's good. And that's all I really need to know, really, um, where I'm at, and then go from there. Make my best possible decisions based on that from there, and hope that anyone else in a similar situation is doing the same thing for themselves, completely unawares of because how well does anyone else know how anyone else is actually doing? I mean, I don't. Maybe that's just me, but I'm working on it. I mean, I just don't have any. I don't have practice, you know. So that whole faith, belief, trust. It's like I don't have much practice with it. So, I guess I don't have. I guess I've gotten a lot more practice of the other side of things, But no, I don't think that's fair to say. No, that doesn't sound right. A lack of practice of one does not mean practicing the other by rote or by absence of experience. Yeah, yeah, that sounds more correct. I don't know. I'm just and so color my heart and my heart chord. What does it sound like? Mm-hmm. And is it something? Is it am I still in the right place? Do I still want? I mean, I don't know the answers to all the questions, um, but I guess I know the questions of immediacy, the ones that I need to ask, the ones that I need to feel, because I don't know, but I know enough. And that has to be good enough. I mean, because with lacking what other option? Um, I don't have a, yes, I'd like to know all the information ever, please, button at my disposal. I have to rely and just be human. And, because no one has that ability. That I'd like all the information ever. So, we're all in the same boat. It's just some of us have different advantages and disadvantages. I don't even like to call it like that. Ability, no, not, it's just words. But then there are, some hindrances, or we have different starting points. And different hands were dealt, uh, different dice rolls, and different character sheets. It's like some of us get, it's like my strength check didn't turn out very good. My dexterity, probably not the best. Constitution, well, it seems like I did pretty okay with Constitution because I'm still here. And also, I come from a long line of people that just survive a lot. And of course, you know, I think I have to say that I score higher on wisdom than intelligence. If I understand the difference, remember the difference. Um, I just have some sort of raw wisdom stat but the intelligence just isn't there to back it up. So it's like, what good is the wisdom without the intelligence to back it up? I mean, I've got at least that's my thought on it. It might not. It's like I'm not the most inventive person. You know, I'm good at being innovative, but not inventive. I need to be. I don't come up with thoughts of origin. You know, you show me a thought that I haven't experienced before, and I can then apply everything to it, and then adapt it and change it and do, you know, come up with other things and just make it something different. I can innovate it, but inventing and then dealing with problem solving, it's like, if it's something I've experienced before and run into, then I have a good chance of, you know, it's like, okay, when this happened, then this, and then this, and then, because I'll remember everything. You know, at least I think I remember everything. How much of it, I don't know. I remember a fair enough amount that it's like, I just know whether, like, something works, something doesn't work, whether it's a good idea, whether I have a bad sense about it or a good sense about it. And then just make actions and decisions based on that, I guess. And then wisdom, I don't even know where that comes from. You know, somewhere in the core. Or maybe it's just being exposed to a lot of material over the course of a lifetime. That how much wisdom is gained by that, you know. It must just be something innate. And I don't even like talking about it, because it feels like to talk about it is to lose it. You know, just like when people talk about humility. I don't like even the word. Because you say, you know, something even about it, it's like, well, then you don't have it. Whatever, you know, illusion of being humble is just plunk, throw a stone in that pond, because it just got disturbed. And you know, no one can really be, you know, a fair assessor or evaluator of their own, well, I was going to say mental state, but I just don't trust anybody. Trust. Because I don't think they have my best interest at heart. They have their own best interest at heart. And they want to apply their best interest at heart onto me in the attempt of helping themselves help me to help them. I don't know. Do I do the same thing? Or do I just do things because I want to do them? That's what I want to do. It's just to do things because I want to be doing them. And so it's not about having, this is an older thought. I'm just going to say it again. I don't have to do things today. You know, remember, this is an older thought, so there's going to be lots of other things that are going on. Like, yeah. So I'm just going to say the words just to get it out. Okay. I don't have to do things today. I get to do things today. But instead of that, I'd rather be wanting to do things today. But instead of that, I'd rather be, oh shoot, I forget the last one. Something about being let to do them. Wanting and getting let to do them. Something like that. Because I don't have control over, like, you know, people can want to help me all the time. or whatever. But most of the time, I don't let them, as I feel like, whatever it is, it's like I'm going to then therefore owe them something, or they're going to expect something. So it's like I don't want to have that uh, debt lingering. It's like, oh, that guy did me a favor. Now he's going to expect something. I'd like to remain neutrally buoyant in my own waters of ethicity, ethics, whatever that is. I'm sure there's a word. But I like to keep my karma board, even, I guess, which is bad because I should allow people in, let them do me little things, so they feel like they're helping. So it helps them, help me, helps them to feel better about themselves if I allow them into my life enough to help me and feel like they're being a positive impact. Or it's like when I talk with Barbara about West Virginia, I talk about Mom. She's the only person that I actually talk to, a live living person I talk to about West Virginia and the situation that's over there. And so Barbara knows everything. And she doesn't have the best opinion of my mom. And she thinks I am right to have my suspicions about the things I have my suspicions about, that I'm being manipulated and lied to primarily, and the reasons why, and that I'm not responsible, no matter how crushing it is, that it's not my job. So it's okay to be destroyed, just not to let it destroy you. And it's a once a week thing that I get to do, and it's like I get to listen to her die, just a little bit every week, and how I just can't even connect or reach any sort of, it's just all bad news. There's nothing good. It's just the worst thing ever. And trying to just, yeah, that's the whole other thing. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to talk about, because I want to stop talking about that now, is I realized I'm getting warm, and it's because I'm wearing my coat, and I'm also wearing layers, because I've got the heat in this back room turned down, like to just keep it above freezing kind of thing, because it's baseboard electric heating, and I don't even use this room except for this, apparently. I don't sleep in here, so it's like, why heat the room? It's a waste of energy. And especially I'm not in here, like hardly at all, like except for now. This is the only time I'm in this room. And so it's a waste of energy, it's a waste of resources, it's a waste of money, because I've been paying for it. Not that that's the end of the world, but it's a thing, because I have to work for it and all that stuff. And it just, costs me, pain, sometimes. So it's like, I don't need to afford myself more pain by paying for things that hurt me. Ugh. It's like Wisconsin. It's like, how much money and pain have I poured into that little endeavor? It's like, and I'm still paying for it. It hasn't hurt me enough yet. I guess it's not uncomfortable enough for me to do something about it. I don't know. But apparently I just keep paying for it. And when the pain is enough, I will do something about it. It's still hurting me, but not enough. But whenever I do clear myself of something that I've been wanting to for the longest time, I feel so much better. It's like, oh, so that's what it feels like to be free of that. And it's like, cool. And there's like little things too that I've recently detached myself from in roundabout ways. Because I was getting annoyed. It's like, beware of phone lists. You know, like when somebody like wants to add you to a phone list and it requires a response and it's a daily thing. And then every day you have to like respond and then if you, it was a whole thing, and it's like, I didn't know I was signing up for a lifetime contract of like sending a response to this person who I don't know, I've never met, never will meet, and it's like and it's like, it, it's just one more thing that I have to remember, and it's like I need less things to have to remember. I really do, because I give myself too much credit for being able to remember everything and handle everything, and I can't. I just can't, and it just kills me. You know, and it's just, whenever I get clear of just one thing, just off the list, just that little list that's running, it's like, and they were mad at me too. It's like when as they fell off, they stopped sending me initiating text for like 10 days around the holidays, which they had kind of missed a couple days, and I always kept sending a text with no response, sending a text. That's what I'm supposed to do. And but this time it's like they went missing for like 10 days, and I didn't notice. I just, after a while, I was like, oh yeah, what's that annoying thing that I haven't been doing? Oh yeah, that's pretty awesome. I like not doing that. So when they came back after the holidays and they started trying to re-engage, reinitialize that, and I was like, I just, I'm going to try not saying anything. See how that works. Just pretend I'm gone. It's like, think whatever you want. Make up whatever story you like. And they got, after like 2 days of no response, then you can see the true colors, I guess. But they were like, what'd they say? Well, fine. Well, in text, but this is how I read it. Fine. I'll stop bothering you. Have a good life. And it was like, designed to guilt, designed to shame, designed to get me to, respond, and to get me doing what they want me to do for them again. And it's like, no, that's bullying. I mean, maybe that works for a lot of people. Yeah. Is it mean? Yeah, probably a little bit from their perspective. For me, it's about, I just needed to be done with it. It'd been 2 years of sending a text daily. Whether or not they responded or not, or initiated or not, I would send it. And it's like, for 2 years. And it was like, did it help? Was I going to have got, was it help? I don't know. If that was the only thing that they could rely on, I was this random text from this random person, then they aren't doing enough for themselves. I cannot be the only thing, and that is keeping them afloat and providing them some sort of stability. If that's all, it's like, well, that was just a bad situation, I guess. And it's like, people have to work for themselves. They have to work for their own recovery, their own sobriety. It's like, I can't do it for them. And it's like, I can help, but I can't, I can do too much, do too much for too many people, and they will let you. That's the thing. And they are more than willing to, oh, Eric's got this. He needs to practice. Meanwhile, they just, go off and stay home or do other things, have lives, and they like knowing that it's being taken care of, but they don't so much want to actually take care of it. It's like, oh, good. So, as long as somebody's doing it, as long as it's not them, that's the primary important thing. So, I don't know. and I just get disillusioned because I feel alone, and there's that whole thing. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels alone. But it is, you know, it is how it is, and I don't understand all the details and all that stuff. But I do need to take time for myself. I just need to decompress, unwind, not be in recovery. And look at me go. It's like, having a life worth living is, I think, important to recovery. Because if all one does is, oh, gotta stay sober, gotta stay sober, gotta stay sober, recovery, 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 helping others, helping others, helping others, pray, 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 God, God, God. That's not the life for me. I don't think so. No, thank you. What's the point? Of course, that's a good question all by itself, before or after recovery, or at any time. I don't have the answers to that one either. I can only work on answers for myself. Everybody else can find their own answers. I could never find anybody else's answers for them if I tried. Because they're the only ones that know the questions. And it's like, I don't even know my questions. So I know some of my answers, but I don't know even all the questions. So I just find things that I like, and it's like, and then share them. So it's like, hey, I found this. This is kind of cool. So at least that's my thinking on it. I don't know what anybody else's thinking is on such things. It's like, I'll talk, and I just don't get much. I don't know. I want to use the word contribution, but that's not true. I do have some okay conversations, but they aren't sustained. They aren't lasting. They just kind of hit and miss, and it just feels like there's agendas, and it's like, I can't just do something, because once I set a precedent, then people start expecting, and it's like, oh, well, that was really awesome that one time. It's going to be awesome every time from then. Okay, we're going to do this again, and it's going to be awesome. And then we're going to keep doing it because it's going to be awesome every time. Why aren't you being awesome? You know that thing you did with being that awesome that one time? Do that again. More. Again. No, you're doing it wrong. You're not being yourself correctly. No. Be awesome. Have a good conversation with me. That thing you did where it's like, I'm not here to entertain. And it's like, if you had a good conversation with me and I made you feel something about, feeling alive or, connected with you, whatever. Like, I can't do that on command. I don't even know what it is I said in the first place. So, I don't know. People, I don't even know who they think I am. And everybody thinks I'm somebody different than, that's how who I think people are isn't who they are. Same thing. But at least I try to realize it, I think. If I remember. I think but definitely other people, they don't even know, I don't think, that people aren't who they think they are. They just think they are who they assign them they are. And if they don't behave like how they're supposed to, then something's wrong with them. So, I'm just being myself and being perfectly okay within myself. If I'm not acting like how somebody else thinks I'm supposed to be acting, then something's wrong with me. What? That's messed up. Wow. Apparently I had stuff to say tonight. I woke up from a nap and it's already half an hour gone. And I had been thinking about recording something after I got back from work today, but I decided not to because I was in a bad mood, a little bit ill-tempered and frustrated, sad. I feel better now. The only thing that changed was a nap. And it's like, you know, what a bad mood looks like for me. Yeah, it's pretty tough to tell. Unless I'm talking. Because then you can hear where my thoughts, where they're at and where they're going. And they tend to feed on themselves. So it's like, sometimes when I'm in a bad mood, it's best for me not to talk. Because we'll go places, and there's like stories I start to tell to myself, and they start to bring me to the next one, to the next one. It's like, I don't need to walk down that hallway. And sometimes I can just be like, oh yeah, and I don't need to walk it. I know what's down that hallway. I don't need to take a tour of the gallery and check out all the paintings, all the memories. It's like, no. It's there if I need to go down it, to tell a story that might help somebody. But if I'm just going to be destroying myself for private, what's the word? I want to say, like, torture or self-flagellation, where you're just beating yourself up for no reason, making yourself, just telling yourself bad things about yourself to make yourself feel even worse. I forget the theory on why we do that to ourselves. But anyway, okay, this video won't process correctly if it gets too much longer, for whatever reason, so I should cut it. So I'm going to. But anyway, that was me on Wednesday, January 27th, 2021. These were my thoughts, and this is what I was thinking about. So, anyway, good night.